Hey guys, it's Lauren from Granite State Yarns. It is Wednesday, October 23rd, and I'm going to take you along for my day. I have just taken my little baby girl to the doctor today. We just had a quick nurse visit. She's doing great. And now I am headed back home. I've got some yarn dyeing to do today, and I think I'm going to show you some of the projects that I'm working on. So we're going to do like a vloggy sort of podcast kind of thing, because I haven't done that in ages. So I hope you enjoy. Yeah, here we go. So I am back outside. I do have some of my club colorways drying over here, but I don't think you can see them in the video, so that'll be good. I will make sure that nothing gets spoiled, so don't worry. It is beautiful outside today. I think it's probably in the 70s, like just a little bit of wispy clouds. It is warm, just so nice. Not bad for like the end of October. All right, so like I said, it's been a year since I last podcast, and I have obviously knit a ton of things. So I just kind of grabbed a random smattering of works in progress that I have right now, things that I'm doing, new stuff that I have, and we're just gonna go with it. If you want to see more of what I finished, you can always follow me on Instagram. My handle there is @GraniteStateYarns, and I almost always do take finished object pictures and put them up there. So you can always keep up over on Instagram. Otherwise, we're just gonna take a look at what I have here and just kind of do some chatting and at least like get back into the podcast mode. So let's see. Let's start off with some socks that I'm working on right now. So I am kind of playing around with a new project here. Let me find the ones that I finished. So if you follow me on Instagram, you've probably seen these. I only have one of each right now, but they are DK weight socks. And what I'm doing is holding fingering weight double, but I'm kind of playing around with the fingering weight yarn to get some different effects. So the first one that I did here is this one. And it is, if you look closely, you can see it is a self-striping yarn by Freckled Whimsy. And I held it with it was actually the mini that this set, it was the mini from the sock set. So it actually matches this pink stripe here. But it's just like this hot pink kind of color. And you can see it just go through all of the stripes. So you end up getting this really fun striping effect, but it's not quite as intense as if it was just like the regular self-striping. It kind of gives it, I don't know, a nice like, it's not monotone, but kind of, you know what I can't think of like what word I'm trying to think of, but they're so cool. And it looks so different. I'm pretty sure that I did knit this yarn. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did knit socks in this yarn. So if I did, I'll find a picture of them so that way you can see like the big, how marling them made such a difference. So this just has a rolled cuff here. And all I do here is just knit in knit in stockinette for, I don't know how many rows I did. I probably did like 20, and then fold it over and then knit it together. If you go to my YouTube channel and look at tutorials, I do have a tutorial on how to do a picot cuff, which is actually really similar to this. The only difference is instead of adding the little eyelets to then flip them inside out to make the picot cuff, I just skipped that part. So it makes a rounded cuff. Actually, I have an example right here. We'll talk about this one in a second. But this is the picot cuff. You can see how it's got a little texture up there. But anyway, this is just a plain rolled cuff. And I just followed a basic DK weight sock pattern. You can use like the Crazy Sock Ladies DK socks. That would work. Those numbers would work just fine. So this was fun to try. Like I said, I used the mini, so I was only going to be able to make one sock with it. I wouldn't have had enough to do 2 socks with just the mini. But now that I think about it, you probably could pick 2 minis that are like coordinating with your self-striping yarn, and then you could get 2 self-striping socks that are similar because they would have the stripes, but then would have like a different color to marl with. Like that might be kind of fun. I have this sock here too. This is another DK that I marled 2 colors together. And this, you feel closely, you can see this neon color along with a gray colorway. So these are both yarns that I dyed. It's the neon one is Rainbow Road, and the gray one is the colorway that came with my Advent in 2022. I did knit socks with both of these yarns, and I will add pictures so that way you can see how they looked separately and then how they looked marled. Sorry, I just banged the table there. And then I have another one that I'm working on here. This is a bag by Midwest Stitches. And for this one, I'm actually using 3 different colors of yarn. So anyway, I've got these 3 colors, and what I'm doing is I'm alternating to make striping socks that are also marled. Let me show you. So I'm holding this lighter green color with the green here, and then alternating to then hold the green with the pink. And this is what I've got so far. So I did a twisted rib cuff here. You can see those 2 greens. And then down here, I'm doing some alternating every 2 rows to get striping. Get the green and then the pink. And then I'm holding just the greens together. Oops, sorry about that. I'm holding just the greens together for my heels, toes, and cuffs. Obviously, I haven't done the toes yet, but that's the plan. And I really like how this is working up. It's a little bit wild right now. It was in my bag, so it looks more tangled than it really is. But yeah. And I'm also trying out these needles. Believe it or not, these are wooden needles. I almost never use wooden needles, but I was talking on Instagram recently about needle preferences, and a few people I think actually recommended this brand, and I know I'm going to mispronounce it. It's like Leica. I know I believe it's Scandinavian of some sort, and so I think it's pronounced a little bit different, but I don't remember. But I actually really like these needles. They are very slick for wood needles. They're blue. They're really pretty. And the cord is actually rather flexible. It's my usual preferred needles are Chow Goos. These cords are a little bit different than that. They're kind of more like, I have dye on my finger. They're kind of more like Knit Picks cables, if you've ever used the Knit Picks interchangeable sets. But I'm very happy. So I haven't done too much yet. This is the only sock that I've knit with these needles so far, and I'm not even done that sock. But so far so good. I actually really like them. They're soft, smooth, like they're really quite nice. So if you're looking for wood needles, these might be worth a shot. So this sweater, my hair. This sweater, I started, I don't know, a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, and just kind of um, stopped. It's got a lot of cabling, and I just kind of lost interest in it and put it away, and then kind of decided, oh, I'm never going to want to finish this. It's the Gray Rig pullover. It's actually a really pretty pattern. I'm knitting in Wool of the Andes by Knit Picks. This is their worsted weight, and this color is beautiful, Sapphire Heather. It's it's like a bluish, tealish purple heather. It's stunning in real life. Um, so anyway, after putting this away for so long, I just built it up in my head that it was so difficult. There's no way that I'm going to be able to figure out where I was in the chart. I should just give up, rip out the yarn, or maybe give it to my daughter as is, and maybe she could finish it. But then how's that going to work with gauge, and is that going to be worth it? And she kind of told me that she didn't really want to finish it, and that she really was hoping that I could, but that she totally understood if I didn't. So I do appreciate how she was being very patient with me. But I figured, you know what, I'm going to give it one more shot. And I pulled it out, and turns out I was able to figure out where I was really easily and got going again. And I'm actually enjoying it again. It's going well. I think I've probably doubled what I've had done since it was put into hibernation. And we're getting somewhere with it. I have kind of put it away for the last couple of weeks because I've been working on another sweater that is secret. It was a test knit, and I will talk about it when the pattern releases in another week or so, I think. But anyway, so yeah, this one's been put in like a mini hibernation. But now that I'm pulling it out again, I'm sure that's going to inspire me to get going again. So this is the Gray Rig pullover, like I said, and I just, this is why you should put needle stoppers on, stitch stoppers. Oh, and this had the this of this, my little end of row. It's okay. I'll figure out where that is, but I need to remember that it's probably not in the right place. I think I have little. Let me figure this out here. Maybe right here. Aha! I will use my little Highland cows right here. Perfect. Uh-oh, I just heard something fall again. Oh, it's it's this again. Oh my goodness. Oh, Hot Mess Express. My daughter is a huge fan of anything Scottish, so to have little Highland cows for her is, she actually has her own set too. But anyway, all right, Gray Rig pullover. Here we are. You can see this beautiful cabled panel, which repeats on the other side too. And you can see it's not even that big. It's all stockinette on the sides. It's just this panel, which is just a repeat, like two of the same repeat. It's not that hard. I do have a mistake on here, but I'm not going to tell you where it is because you probably won't see it. And if you do, you have amazing eyes and you really know your cables. I noticed it when I was like, I don't know, I had knit like 20 rows and I'm like, I'm not ripping back for that. No one's going to know. So my daughter said she was fine with that as long as I make sure that the mistake is on the back. So I will have to pay attention and figure out where that mistake is. So that way when I split for sleeves, it's on the back. But we're almost there. I got a few more inches to go for the body. This is knit from the bottom up. Hi, Katie. And yeah, this one, I think you knit from the bottom up to the, to the armholes, and then you knit the sleeves and then attach everything together. I've never done that before, so I guess I'm a little worried about that. I'm sure it'll be fine, but I haven't done that before, so that's going to be a new thing. I haven't knit very many sweaters, to be honest, and I am just been really into the sweaters. I have another one somewhere in this pile we'll talk about soon, and like I said, I just finished that test knit. So I think I'm going to be knitting a lot of sweaters this fall, winter. We'll see. Ooh, the wind is coming. I have this camera up on a box on top of a like mac and cheese box, you know, like a 12-pack box, because I don't buy just one box of mac and cheese. I need to buy like the 12-pack because I've got 8 kids, if you didn't know. So it's a little bit wobbly, and like I said, I keep banging my knees on the table. Okay, let's see. I think this is a sock. Another bag by Midwest Stitches. And this yarn is by Zebra Yarns. I don't think she's dying anymore, but I do have some yarn from her, and I'm very happy to have it. And I don't actually have the sock that I'm working on. I'll have to find that. But I do have one done here, and the other is mysteriously somewhere else, I hope. Or maybe I never started the second one. Yeah, you know what? Now that I'm looking at it, here's the needle. Yeah, you know what? I think I just haven't started the second one yet. It's been a while. So yeah, so this main colorway is by Zebra Yarns, and then this is some leftover yarn that I have. This was Lolo Did It. I think it was just a one-of-a-kind colorway that she had, and I'm using it for heels and toes. And I love it. Like this black and gray striping with these little pops of color. Super cute. So these are kind of on the short side of socks. My daughter just has little feet, even though she's 14 years old. She has like size, I think, 7.5 feet. They're very small. So I need to get these done. Clearly, I have just had this like in the back of my pile, and I need to work on them. I think I don't have very many sock projects right now at all, so I should work on these. All right, I do have, this is my last sock project, I think. I don't think I have anything else going right now, but it's not socks for wearing. This is some Christmas decorations. So I have a bag of purple and teal yarn here, and I'm using these are scraps from, actually there was a sweater that I recently finished, the Lifesavers cardigan. And these are the leftovers that I have from that, as well as some other similar colors. And I am knitting a little Christmas sock. It's a doodle sock. Have you seen these? Got my charts here. Pacific Knit Co. has all of these fun doodle patterns. This is the holiday doodle stocking. And what she has here are a whole bunch of color work charts, and then you just mix and match and do the colors that you want. It's like right? It's doodling, knitting and doodling. And I had bought this last year and started a sock and struggled through it because I was not very experienced in color work. I've done a little bit of it, but I realized very quickly that my little bit of color work was not. I needed some more practice, and so I'm knitting this one. It's for a decoration, so I wasn't too worried about getting gauge and getting it to fit. I just wanted to kind of do some practicing with color work to kind of feel a little more confident with it. And I think I'm getting somewhere. I'm definitely feeling a lot better. And so, you can see some trees up here and some nice like Fair Isle. There's like, if you look closely, you can kind of see they're like little, almost like poinsettia shapes. And just some like fun shapes. And these are snowflakes down here. They're not too obvious right now. I think when they get blocked, it'll look a lot better. Yeah, just kind of playing around with this. Figure I will block it nicely and use it as a Christmas decoration. I just finished the heel turn here. Some fur or hair on it. And yeah, so this has been cool. Like I said, it's definitely helping me to feel a lot more confident with my color work because I'm using it for the sweater that I'm going to show next. My last project is a sweater, and it's a sweater that I have been dreaming about for years. It is the Garden Gate sweater by Jen Steinglass. It is beautiful, and I've already knit a pattern by Jen Steinglass, the Fern and Feather, and that was in a worsted weight yarn. This is in fingering weight, so I was a little afraid. The one that I did in worsted weight is lovely. I wear it in the winter. It's so warm because it's worsted weight wool. So I don't wear it that often because I tell you that is a warm sweater. So I really wanted to try a fingering weight one, but I was just a little afraid because fingering weight yarn, that's going to be a lot of knitting. So now that my confidence in color work is so much better, I decided I'm going to try my sweater, and I am almost done the yoke. I'm a little over halfway. Well, a little over halfway the chart. So, yeah, so I'm definitely doing well. Here it is. It's going to be a little hard to see because it's on, just this little circular here. I could probably put it on a cord, but it's all right. I can just kind of stretch it out a little bit. I should be careful though, because I don't have point protectors on here. But look at how awesome this is. So what I am doing is I'm usually a really loose knitter. So I did size down quite a bit on the stockinette portion up here. But for the color work, because I tend to knit kind of tight when I'm doing color work, I actually sized up a needle. So just to make sure that everything is going to be nice and loose. And I am hoping it's going to be okay and not like super loose here, but I think it's coming out really nice. Like I'll show you my floats in the back, and they look pretty good. They look very uniform, and I just lost a stitch. Yeah, they look really uniform. I think things are coming out nicely. It feels nice. It doesn't feel like it's pulling at all. So we'll see what happens when it blocks. But I mean, look at how pretty that pattern is. Oh. So I'm still trying to decide what I'm going to do. The pattern gives you the option to do a long sleeve or a short sleeve. And I don't know. I think I like the long sleeve. I really, because it's got this nice little chart here to add that little bit of color work at the end of the sleeves, which I'd love to do, but I'm not sure I want my sleeves that long. I feel like it would drive me crazy to have long sleeves that are, because you can see they're kind of loose too. And I think, like, between trying to do dishes and if I get warm or something, to have like a loose sleeve, I don't know if that's what I'm going for. So I might do my usual, like, 3/4 length sleeve, and I think I could still put the color work, and I think it would still look really nice. Or maybe I will do a short sleeve. I don't know. I'm still thinking about it because I don't think I can do the short sleeve and then do with the color work. But then maybe that's not a bad thing. Maybe I don't need the color work on this. I don't know. I'm still thinking. Obviously, I've still got plenty of time to think about it. So that's kind of where I'm at. So if you have some advice for me, please put that down below because I'm going to be thinking about that for the next few weeks as I'm working on this. And so The yarn that I'm working on for this is my contrast color. I have no idea. I I'm not sure. It's basically white. It's like a very, very light creamy color. It looks, obviously the color on this screen right now is a little bit weird. So it looks a little grayer and darker than it is in real life. It's actually quite light. Um, I think if you were trying to do something similar, you could probably just use an undyed color or any, really light color. And the main color that I'm using is my Rosy and Blackjack colorway. I had dyed this up a couple years ago for the Crazy Sock Lady when she got her Jeep. If you've been a fan of the Crazy Sock Lady for a long time, you remember Rosie. And so I dyed this for her in honor of her new Jeep and sent her some. And she knit socks in it and everything. She used to carry it in her shop back when she had her yarn shop. So I haven't dyed this one in a while, but I was thinking about maybe bringing it back again for a pre-order if anybody was interested in that. So if you're interested in the Rosy and Blackjack yarn to come back, let me know in the comments and maybe I'll set up a pre-order. I have a ton of dyeing on my schedule right now, so it might be a couple of weeks before I get to it. We will see. I'm still working things out because I've got a lot of projects going on right now. So keep an eye out for a lot of announcements from me. Yeah, there's a lot going on, but I do love this yarn. It's like magenta and some like hot pink and red and like some little bit of like brownish pink colors, and then there's black speckles on it, and it's beautiful. Do you need something, Abby? Oh, okay. It is beautiful, and I've had a sweater's quantity of this yarn for a good year or two, and I've just been waiting to use it and decided that this sweater that I have been, I'm sorry if I just made a noise. This sweater that I have been dreaming about for so long, that was the place for the Rosy and Blackjack yarn. So yeah, those are all of the current projects that I have that I managed to collect. Like I said, I think that there's probably other socks and things somewhere. I know I have a project in my car somewhere. The other thing that I wanted to talk about is in my shop. This is the Fox and Pine, the Fox and Pine Stitches Notion Nook. And I have one in purple, and I have decorated it with some stickers. But there's the nice Fox and Pine Stitches logo over there, and my fun sparkly sticker. This is my newest favorite Notion case. It is wonderful. So let's talk about it. I do have a couple in my shop right now in purple. I think I have 2 left. And I do have a few more of the other colors coming. I have them set up right now as a pre-order. They should be here in another week or so. So if you want to grab one now, do it. They've been selling amazingly well. These are super nice. So if you want to reserve one of the ones that are coming in, you can go jump in on that pre-order right now. So yeah, let's talk about it. So you'll now know why you need to go buy one. So this case is plastic and it's got little magnetic closures on it. So it opens up like this, and then you can keep all of your goodies in it. But the best part is that each compartment has its own door. So it's not just like one case where then you're just throwing everything in and everything gets all mixed up. I don't know about you, but I've had like other plastic cases with like, little plastic separators, and they just kind of move a little bit. And then my tiny little needles and stitch markers or whatever, they just roll underneath, and then everything gets all unorganized again. And so it doesn't quite work the way that it's intended to. But because these have individual little spots with their own individual doors, things actually do stay organized. So here's another sticker that I've stuck on here. Those don't come with the with the Notion Nook, but you can personalize if you have any stickers. And I actually, honestly, I do almost always send stickers with my orders. So more than likely you will get a sticker at least to stick on here if you want. Otherwise, I'm sure you have stickers or can find stickers. So let's talk about these doors. They each have their own little latch here, and they just open up like so. And you can put your little goodies in here. I have a nice tape measure and snips in this particular case. I also have, like here, these are some knitting barber cords that I have. They are wonderful for sweater knitting. Over here, I usually keep my my little Highland cows. They usually stay in here, but obviously I just pulled them out. And I also have a loop. These are earplugs for kind of making things a little bit quieter. I was using these a lot to try to kind of dull the roar in my house, particularly in the winter when the kids are in the house all day long. It's kind of nice to have those. The ones that I have allow you to still hear noise, but it just kind of like dulls it a little bit. So that can be nice if you get a little bit overwhelmed with noise. So I've got other little notions in here, and needles, and I put my stitch markers in here. Because of the magnets, I will say that the metal stitch markers will kind of get stuck on there occasionally. So watch, when I open this up, yeah, you can see how those are all sticking to the magnet, which, that one just fell out. There it is, which can be a little bit annoying. The way that I have found to deal with that is, let me see if I can show you. When I'm putting my markers in here, I just try to keep the case at a little bit of an angle, so that way I can place the markers down here and they don't get caught up in the marker, in the magnet. So that would be like my little pro tip. It's like the only thing that can drive me a little bit, I don't want to say crazy because it's really not that bad. It's the only minor negative of this case, and it's very easily dealt with. It's worth it though, because that magnet does close everything up very nicely, and it's actually really satisfying to open and close. So I can deal with a little bit of dealing with my metal markers getting stuck to the magnet because it's really not that big a deal. You could definitely work around it. So yeah, they're awesome. Highly recommend. Take a look at my shop. So I think that's enough podcasting for now. So that was fun. This breeze is so nice. Anyway, it was really good to be outside, but I think now I probably need to think about getting supper going because my kids need to go to choir later today. So it means it's going to be an early dinner. So I better go do that. But yeah, so I will take you along for the rest of my day. And thank you so much for watching the podcast. Hopefully I will get back into podcasting a little more regularly. Oh boy. Setting up a new listing. Willow, out of the trash. Extreme close-up. We just finished supper. We got a little bit of cleaning up to do still over there, but while I still have a little bit of light, I took photos of a new colorway. I'm just setting up the listing right now, so it will be live by the time this video goes up. But this is Stacking Wood, and I currently have it just in DK yarn. I only have 4 sets right now. I may or may not bring this back depending on how it sells. But it is lovely. It is navy blue and some neutrals, and the colors here in my dark kitchen, dining room, whatever area aren't quite showing it at it still looks good, right? It still looks good, but I'll add some photos. It is so nice. I love this yarn. It's very nice. So Stacking Wood, available now. right, so it is about 9 o'clock, and I think I am going to call it a day. I am pooped. It was a big day of dyeing and yarn winding and vlogging and podcasting and homeschooling and all of the regular stuff. So I hope you enjoyed this today. It was fun to vlog again. It's fun to podcast again. So if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to my channel, and I hope to have more videos like this in the future. Feel free to comment below. Let me know what you are enjoying, what you're not enjoying, what you would like me to do, and I will see what I can do for you. So I hope you have a lovely day. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye now.